GZ Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. With Jackson, Brian, and Ram, the Savage. Me talk about GZ Sports. Tune in for the offline tour. Like and subscribe some more. With Jackson, Brian, and Ram, the Savage. Me talk about GZ Sports.
Hey guys, and again, welcome to another episode of GZ Sports. This is Jackson Bryan and Randy Savage. Vamos, my friend.
Vamos. How is the Sunday going so far, Jack?
Well, Sunday is Sundaying, but yesterday I did tell you that we were gonna lose electricity. It actually came back sooner, very sooner. So after tell JPS, thanks, even though they've done this before. But yeah, you're back. So how's it going?
It's fine and everything. I actually celebrated my birthday yesterday, as you know.
Yeah.
Thank you for everyone wishing me birthday wishes on Twitter. I don't know how the hell some of y'all knew that, but thank you. Nonetheless, I appreciate it all. United lost, and thank goodness I did not watch that game. But then again, football won at the end of the night with Lionel Messi in the state that I currently am in. Just 5 minutes away from the stadium as it happened, he lifted the World Cup. I'm joking. The League Cup 2023 with Inter Miami FC. It was amazing. The atmosphere in and around the area was amazing. We saw Nashville fans. We saw the Miami fans. Hell, I even saw some fans in the what do you call that now? That shirt, the Colorado Rapids shirt, which is kind of okay. Yeah, the Rapids. I don't know how the hell did y'all get there, but are y'all supposed to be in Denver? But yeah, it was an amazing atmosphere. Much different than European football, where rival fans would be fighting or chanting. It just looked like a feel-good atmosphere.
That's the
So that
problem.
what peace?
Yeah, exactly. That's peace in a football game. We're crazy. We don't like each other for 90 minutes.
I mean, let me tell you, I was 5 minutes away from the stadium, and when that Messi shot went in, like I heard the screams. I heard the literal screams. I thought, yo, did something happen? And then I looked over and they're like, oh yeah, just Messi scored, and I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I was like, wait,
No, man.
what the hell is happening? But yeah, it was an amazing day. How about you, Jackson?
Bro, you already know what happened yesterday, and then United didn't make it any freaking better. United just didn't make it any better. I'll get into that later. We're gonna actually pick up immediately with the Premier League review, because I don't think it's been a good week for all. I mean, look, United played horribly. I mean, not horribly, but we dominated Tottenham. We couldn't score a goal, and then we should have gotten a penalty. We didn't, and then Luke Shaw decided that Kulusevski could take the ball from 40 yards out on the touchline and just walk into the area and cross it, and there is no issue. United will be the death of everyone. It will be the death of them, and I will not fall into that path. I'm not going to get into anything other topical, but it is a problem at this point in time. And then Trashford, can't stand the kid, rubbish player. I hate when people say he's being played out of position. I mean, for all OG fans of Man United, I didn't know that Wayne Rooney was a defensive midfielder, but he played it on the Van Gaal and we won the FA Cup. So, maybe you can play out of position, once you're a good player, but not about that. How about Brighton? The team I said was gonna make top 4 right now can't stop scoring 4 goals. How about Brighton?
Fair enough. Brighton, they put on a show, beating who was it? Was it Everton? I
It
can't
was
quite remember.
both of them got smashed, but it was Wolves.
Okay, it was Wolves. It's poor from us. I know. How am I relating this? Because Brighton smashed up Wolves. We got lucky against Wolves, and that's how we won. And Brighton just showed up, right? Japaradonna. And the reason I'm saying Japaradonna is because I don't know how I can turn Mitoma into Maradona. So he was brilliant in that match, right? And Brighton dismantled the Wolves. It's the first Wolf that I've seen with no teeth whatsoever. And yet still we had a problem taming it. It's just so bizarre. If Brighton and Hove Albion, a team with a seagull on the badge, can do that to a wolf, why are the Red Devils in their sinking ship? Why can't they do better? You know, we have the finances. We have mostly quality players, you know. There's some great players in the squad, some amazing players. Lisandro Martinez, I know a lot of people have been mocking him on social media because of last match. Please don't forget who you're talking to. You're talking to La Pucha, you know. You're talking to La Pucha. And don't disrespect him. If any Liverpool fan comes to me with disrespect towards him, any Arsenal fan, I'm going to put up a picture of Julian Timber, right? Because I'm toxic. And I'm gonna put up a picture of Van Dijk's ass when Mitoma skinned him because I'm toxic. I don't want to hear anything from you guys, right? That's the first thing I want to say. The second thing I want to say, Onana, he's been good for us, right? The one positive in the team, Bruno Fernandes has been actually really good so far this season. Casemiro needs some competition in the team. Mason Mount might as we signed the wrong MM7. We should have signed the Mini Minter. We signed the wrong MM7. And then Rashford. Playing out of position. Bro, we can't use this as an excuse. I get it. You're playing out of position and not comfortable there. But you are a proven Premier League player with how many goals, how many caps for England's, how much money you're getting. What do something. You get me? I don't want to hear you say that, oh, it's because he's not playing in position. Brother, I've seen Messi drop from right wing to cam to center forward to freaking center mid already. Right? I've seen flipping Harry Maguire play CDM already. Right?
Yeah.
I've seen Harry Kane basically drop from a striker all the way into a centre midwell playing for Spurs. And he's still getting goals. He's still getting assists and he's still competing for the golden boot. What if someone was creating those chances for him? You get me? And it's just that with Rashford. People are making excuses. We can't keep making excuses. We gotta do something about it. We gotta look in our pockets and say, hey, we need a player that actually can play football without being in his comfort zone all the time. That's how Messi and Ronaldo got to the top. People said Messi couldn't do it outside of Barcelona. Look what he did yesterday. People said Ronaldo couldn't do it out of Madrid. Look at his career. Look after that. They've done exceptionally well for themselves, even being outside of the comfort zone. You get me? And it's just a very poor argument, right? If I hire you, right, Jackson, as a bank teller, you know, to do bank teller duties, and I say, hey, I need your financial advice on something. Are you gonna say, oh no, I can't do that because it's not in my area of expertise? Or are you just gonna give me some advice? If that advice is for me to go and get an actual person who specializes in, sure. But I don't understand what Ten Hag wants to do here. I'm backing him 100%, but you know Rashford isn't a striker. At least play the guy where he's useful. So there's two sides to the story, you know? Well, three. Mine's, Ten Hag's, and the truth. And the truth is that Rashford just is not good outside of position. So I don't think Ten Hag should play in there. We have quality. We're Manchester United, right? We have money. That's not the issue. We have really good players. So that can't be the issue, right? We live in London where it's never too hot, never too cold. That can't be the issue, right? So what is the issue? We have the best medical staff in the world. We have the best scouting regime in the world. We have the best cafeteria. I heard that they serve the most premium five-star food there, according to Luke Shaw, piling on the fans a fat prick.
Had to be low, did it?
I'm joking, by the way. That was me. Sorry if it sounds like a rant, all right? I know I'm going off because it's so upsetting. It is genuinely so. Losing to Tottenham without Harry Kane is like, it's worse than losing a virginity to a stripper. It's worse than that. It's like you're losing a virginity to your Down syndrome uncle.
Bro,
That's what it's like.
I think you may have been abroad too long. What the was that?
But it's true. It's like you being a top athlete. Speaking about athletics, it's like you being a Elaine Thompson hero, and you go to a school sports day with a regular appearance, and the overweight mom with the pink hair outruns you. It's like that. It's very much like that. I don't know how else to say. We lost against a Spurs, and that's just a blatant fact. Jackson, over to you because I think that I'm going a little bit too far, and I need to ensure that we
Yeah, you think? You think? Bloody hell, man! We're trying to go through this entire thing a bit quickly, bro. But no,
just
look.
a little bit.
Um, Spurs were good on the day. You can't discount it. James Madison showed why he was the better player than Mason Mount. Some people tell you he's not that good. Um, I mean, what else can I say about that performance? I mean, the thing is, I was speaking with somebody early this morning, about Onana's performance, and I was like, "Did you see that pass?" And he was like, "Which one?" And I was like, "Damn, that's true." Uh, because the ball was pinging it all over the place. But no, it apart from him, none of no other players been outstanding or really good. I mean, you did say we are Manchester United, so we in regards to Rashford, we don't need any one position players. We need players who are versatile. Now, Garnacho, Sancho, they can play either flank and also false nine. Bruno Fernandes, you can see he can play on the wing, he can play deeper, he can play as a number 10. Casemiro can play as a 6 and as a number 4. You need that versatility in your squad. And Marcus doesn't bring that. Now, if Hoyland comes in and then Rashford goes back to scoring, you're going to have idiots on Twitter saying, "Oh, we never doubted you, told you that you guys, you would shut up the haters and whatever." But you guys have to see, just because you're not getting it your way doesn't mean you have to stifle the entire team. Like, what's a good example? Because apparently, if you use Messi and Ronaldo, who are generational, you can't compare them. But let's use Robert Lewandowski. Where did he start playing his career? As a centre half. You think he wanted to play as a striker? No, but he did it anyway, and he scored some damn good goals. He scored a whole lot of them. It's all about
Exactly.
the mentality. It's all about the mentality, and if the player doesn't have it, then not even if he's in his best position, it won't make a difference. Bro, we're spending too much time on Man United. They're not worth the time of day right now. Because they played 2 games in the last time we met anyway. Um, let's move through the weekend. Newcastle losing to City, all bark and no bite as per usual with Newcastle. Um, Liverpool beating Bournemouth. McAllister, that red card then, because I've never been a ref in my life, but I've watched football for nearly 2 decades now. That red card, what the hell was that?
In regards to the Bournemouth Liverpool, but in regards to that game,
Yeah, the McAllister red card apparently.
I don't know. It's just the Prem refs in it. Like, there's just not much more to be said because we've seen Prem refs just be horrific time and time again. Remember Casemiro last season, those 2 red cards that we could literally do nothing about because if we protested and we lost, he would get more time added onto it.
Mm.
At this point in time, you just have to hope and pray with the Premier League refs. You have to hope that they have their contacts in On some days you just have to hope that the period isn't on. And bear in mind, I'm talking about the male refs, for anyone wondering. It's just crazy. I don't know what to say anymore. I'm just gonna go watch tennis. Up Serena Williams.
Bruce Serena- Bruce Serena's retired. No one watches female tennis anymore because she's retired. That sounds sexist, but I'm not kidding. No one really watches female tennis. We watch male tennis is dying a bit because it's just Djokovic now, and no one really cared for Djokovic. Alcaraz is here, so maybe we can get some fun out of that. Moving on, what else happened? I mean, no, seriously, what
Chelsea got whipped about.
Chelsea? I wanted to keep that for a bit later. Everton
Okay.
got battered. I don't even know how they. Aston Villa is the first team I ever saw got 2 chances and scored 4 goals. I have no idea how they won 4-0 to them. They only had 2 chances, the one from Duran and the one from Bailey. Because the first one, it was just fizzed in, McGinn just put his foot out. Second one was a penalty, so those don't count as chances. So 2 chances, 4 goals. I don't know how Everton got that. Calvert-Lewin came off injured.
As
And
usual.
yeah, I mean, they got Shemiti, so they do have a striker for now. They've agreed a deal to get Shea Adams from Southampton, so hopefully that works out. Um, and then Chelsea, well, it's the most expensive penalty miss in Premier League history and the most expensive penalty giveaway in Premier League history. What was it? 220 million on that midfield, and they couldn't contain James Ward-Prowse for 30. People tell you Ward-Prowse ain't good. Um, I mean, he was outstanding on his debut. 2 assists, 96% pass accuracy. That was some Tony Cruz type shit. But you know, Caicedo, I mean, for me, he looked way off the pace from minute one. He did not look like he was training one bit. And that's the problem when some players go on strike. They forget that they're going to have to play someone. And that was an awful debut. Have you ever seen one worse?
Well, in my time personally, no, I haven't seen a debut as bad as that. You gave away a penalty. You probably had a match rating of 2.8 at most. You didn't really do your job, and your team suffered a very quite frankly horrific defeat to West Ham United. I know they won the Conference League, but bro, West Ham finished like what, 15th, 16th last season?
About 14th or so.
Yeah, I know they're like the same quality, 12th and 14th. So it's not. I'm not gonna grill y'all too bad. It's not like y'all are a top 6 club or anything, Chelsea. But let's be real here. Caicedo looked off pace, and I think it looks like he hasn't been training for like 2 weeks at this point. He looked out of breath at every turn. He looked out of his depth, off the pace. It's almost like they just put him into the starting level without him actually doing any training,
Man got
right?
bullied. Mikel Antonio.
Yeah, well, Michael Antonio is kind of huge, to be honest with you, but I'm always gonna think of this opinion. This ain't Dream League. This ain't FIFA. This ain't any football game. A player got to take time to develop into a team. You can't just buy him instantly and throw him into the starting 11 and expect him to put off Messi-esque performances. He's got to take time to know the players around him. He's got to take time in order to adjust to life at a new club. And they just threw him directly into the driver's seat. He didn't even have a chance. How long was it before when that deal was announced until he played his first game? Like a week or so, right?
Let's see. So it was announced with Liverpool on the Sunday. Then he didn't want to go. No lie. It was announced on the Friday. Then he didn't want to go. Then Chelsea ended up agreeing a deal either Sunday night or Monday morning, depends on what time zone you're in. Then he didn't go, and everything was done until about Wednesday, Thursday. And he kicked the ball on Friday. So he's basically trained one day.
You get me? That was no time whatsoever, and I don't know what the coach is thinking. Who is the coach again for Chelsea?
It's a
Poch?
little Argentine, Maurizio Pochettino.
It's Poch, right? I don't know why he decided it was a good idea to play him, especially as a starter. I think that he put him on as a sub. You know,
Yeah, you did come on with about 23 minutes to go, but in that 23 minutes or 33 minutes, it was awful.
no, that's what I'm saying. He, it's like I don't know. They bought him to start and everything, but if that's the quality you're coming with, I don't know what else they expect of you. Can I get signed for £100 million? I can pass the ball straight,
I mean,
right?
yeah, we can
I
we can
mean,
we can bully side Ben Rama.
yeah, I'm not a Joe Bellingham or anything, and I'm certainly not a goat like Harry Maguire. But I can pass the ball. I can kick a ball straight. I'm not great in the stamina department. I don't really got pace or anything like that. But you don't need pace when you're playing against, say, for instance, a Sheffield United. You know, they're all big guys, red hair from the Midlands, right? You got a one Scottish Don up front, like, like I think I can handle it. No, but in all honesty, though, it was a tragic debut. Sorry if I said he was a starter. That's just genuinely my bad. I don't really like Chelsea. I don't watch the games too tough. But I was there for the banter though. I was there for the Caicedo banter because they fully cocked us with Mason Mount. You know, so it's just nice to see them get a taste of their own medicine. But Brighton and Hove Albion, man, like I wish I was born in Brighton and I wish I played football because I know I'd be set for 9 years in the future, receiving about 200K per week now. But we can't all win.
We can't, man. Brighton would have bought you for about 800K and sold you for 100 million. Sent you straight to Man City or Liverpool. Then you flop for 1 season, but guess what? You're on a 9-year deal. They can't sell you.
Yep, it sounds about right. And for the next 9 years, Eden Hazard out on the bench, and my
Oh,
life is complete.
yep. Just just be like Harry Maguire. I don't want to leave, and there's nothing you can do because I'm on this much money. Eh,
Or if I'm a leave, you gotta pay me double what I'd get in that time frame,
that's correct.
and
Hold,
that's legalized extortion, kids.
hold them by your hands. Always do that. You're always in the right. Anyway, Forest lost. No, well, no. Forest won, beat Sheffield
We-
United as well. That was a Friday game.
I was about to say,
Wood,
bro. I was about to say.
Chris Wood, it's all there. Sergio Aurier playing like prime Danny Alves. I mean, what else can you say? Sheffield, they're going down quicker than they came up. Really, um, I can't tell when they're going to get their first win. Maybe against Man United, but anyway, um, a little diversion instead of the Premier League. We will touch into a bit of Barcelona, as I do see in the comment. Bros showed it up his Barca people. Um, they've won today. I think it was Pedri and Ferran Torres who got the goals.
Yep,
Um,
the Golden Boys.
already put Barcelona to repeat as La Liga champions. I have not. I think that Madrid will be a bit stronger this year, especially with Bellingham. If they do get a striker, then it's a definite. But if not, then it's still going to be a bit difficult. Um, what are your thoughts on the Barcelona performance? What are your thoughts on how they will go through with the title defense this year? Like, do you think it will be a blowout again, or Jude is there, Camavinga's back in midfield, maybe he's the team doctor? Um, do they get a striker and then challenge worse on Barcelona? Yeah, just opinions, that is.
Okay. I'm a Barca fan, so I'm about to be a little bit biased with this, but I think we still retain the title. It's not going to be blowout like last season. I think it's going to be much, much closer, perhaps down to the final 2 or 3 games, right? I confidently believe that. The performances the last 2 games have been less than what we've used to, than what we're used to as Barca fans. Of course, that first game was absolutely horrific refereeing. I didn't know Mathieu Lahoz came back out of retirement. Um, it was horrific refereeing. And then, this match, Ferran in the 90 plus fifth minute, and then the man, the myth, the legend, Pedri scoring before that in the 82nd minute, I believe, of the game. But it's a little bit worrying because we're struggling against oppositions that, quite frankly, aren't up to our standard or scratch. Lewandowski, he hasn't been scoring recently, but I think that's just a lull. I think that's just a lull. As soon as he gets a taste of his first goal of the season, he's gonna open up. He's gonna start scoring again. I did put him to win the Golden Boot in La Liga, remember, and I did put Barcelona to win La Liga as well. So I'm sticking by my guns with that. Barca, though, you know, uh, Visca Barça, Visca Catalunya, always, forevermore. The home of Leo Messi, the home of Ronaldinho, the home of Robert Lewandowski, the home of Luis Suarez. I think, I think that the Stadium Olympic will see greatness this year.
Well, that's just how we differ, because you know how I am with Madrid. Maybe Atletico win it. Who knows? Maybe Getafe. I have no
Not
idea.
a chance.
Maybe Almeria. Maybe they pull off an amazing Leicester City run and just absolutely destroy La Liga. And then we're all sitting here saying, La Liga is a horrible league.
If any team wins it, I want it to be La Palma.
Bro,
You need Las Palmas.
what's with you on that team? That's Barca's B team. Chill. You need to get out of Barcelona. Just like we're leaving Spain. I'm heading to just one little touch of Italian football before we do head into the next segment. Um, Trevante Stewart. Why am I saying it like he's a freaking European? His name is Trevante Stewart. Jamaica. He played for Mount Pleasant. 23-year-old, picked up by Salernitana. I think that's how it's pronounced. I have no idea. I can't even spell it properly. In the Serie A. They drew today with Jose Mourinho's Roma 2-2. Antonio Candreva with the go-ahead goal, but cancelled out by Andrea Bellotti. Still yet to make his debut. Trevante wasn't even in the squad today. Good news for Jamaican football. A man straight from Mount Pleasant didn't go on trial. He was just straight from Mount Pleasant signing for Salernitana.
It's great news, actually. It is absolutely great news because that shows that Italian clubs, that shows that European clubs are actually coming to Jamaica. Scouts are actually coming to Jamaica or watching Jamaican games in order to sign players. Stewart hasn't played for Jamaica, though. So that literally means they're watching Mount Pleasant games in order to scout him. It does spell good signs for Jamaican football. It's giving us chances. We know with Whispered being the biggest transfer talk from Jamaica in recent time, it's actually quite promising, to be honest with you. Mount Pleasant, I believe he's on loan though. I believe they loaned him out from Salernitana to the Championat Club de Noir. I'm not conjuring a demon, guys. Don't worry.
No, I think you're mixing them up. That Stewart is freshly in Europe. I think you're speaking about Fleming. Didn't want to talk about him.
Oh my god.
He's in France.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. That has been DD's worst.
Already.
No, that is my bad. But he didn't make his debut, as you said. I know exactly what you're talking about. I lapsed for a second. Sorry, I'm still shocked from that Spurs defeat. You gotta understand. It's like a bad car accident facing whiplash. But yeah, I'm very proud of Jamaican football for this talent. Undisclosed fee though. I wonder how much that is, because remember, folks, 1 million euros or anything like that, just for reference, would be in the about what 17, 18 million gross.
No, you're underselling it, man. 1 million euros based on the current economic crisis in this country would be around 160 million.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, for real, because yeah, it's true, because 10,000 euros is 1 million. So €1 million would be in the 100 millions. Yeah, that club would instantly be the most expensive club in Jamaica. They would instantly be the richest club in Jamaica if a $1 million transfer were to happen. That's just how insane this is. Even an 800K transfer, we're still looking upwards of 80 odd million. You get me? So please, guys, Olympic Gardens FC. I'm not. I'm gonna be cheap. 100K. You can sign yourself a guaranteed shot stopper, a guaranteed CDM center mid. I can play right back, left back. I can play on the bench. That's my preferred position. Um,
Yeah, Chelsea can go ahead and buy and get this guy as well. 100K is all he's asking.
yeah. And I'll be cheap. I'll be cheap. I just want 50K a week for the next 15 years. Nothing too bad.
But easily paid off.
Easily pay that. In case you don't want me, you can just pay me 1 million. So that's how cheap I am.
So, but good job for Trevante. Um, for his first season, because I think it's a 3-year contract. I don't think a Jamaicans ever left and actually signed a contract for that length. So it's a 3-year deal. Um, I expect him to play this season. I expect him to get some games, Coppa Italia as well. Um, Maybe play around 20-25 games. Hopefully he can score more than 5 goals or so. If he can score 20% of the goals his appearances are in, so basically 5 in 25, then that would be a successful season as a transitional season.
Yeah. After that, though, it's not really acceptable. Those are worse than Anthony.
Yeah, man, listen, I'm not getting into the Anthony conversation. You guys are just very weird with that. I mean, football is not all about statistics; it's about much other aspects. But, Sav, we will come back within about 30 seconds. Because we're going to go take a flight, quickest flight in history, by the way. 30 seconds from Jamaica to Hungary.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Yeah, just give us that 4 bets.
Welcome back, everyone, again to the GG Sports Transfer Roundup with your boy, Randy Savage, accompanied by co-host today, and the man, the myth, the legend himself, the Southampton director. For those who know, Jackson, Brian Jackson. How was your day today, my friend?
Yeah, it was good. It started really early. 400 women did not actually see the races. My phone was going off, and I was sleeping. But the alarm has set the song. It was a bang. I was like, damn, I love, the song's nice. And the alarm just would not shut off no matter what. I got up, I saw my phone, and the song was playing still. And I was like, I saw the alarm that just said, get up. I was like, turns it off, and woke up back about 3 hours later.
Yep. Sounds like about the start that Jamaica has had at this World Championships in Budapest, Hungary 2023 so far. The men going out strong with Oblique Seville leading the charge, but unfortunately finishing fourth in his race. The other Jamaican, I forgot his name. I believe his name was Fraser. Please correct me, but he finished dead last in that race. We're still proud of them. We're still proud of them. Seville is a shining beacon of hope and light in the eternal darkness that has been Jamaica's male athletic scene since the departure of a certain Usain St. Leo Bolt when he decided he wanted to become a footballer for a couple of months. But yeah, it's been a slow start for us. The charts right now, I believe, is the United States obviously leading the medal chart,
Is
followed by Ethiopia in second, because as you know, Ethiopia loves these long distance events. It's their thing, and obviously they're second right now, and third. is actually Great Britain. And the person that impressed me the most with Great Britain is the current world champion because of the race that was won, Katarina Johnson Thompson. I would never have believed I would have heard that name again. It's been so long since I've heard that name. I know it's only been like a year or two, but exactly what did you make of that race? Because I did not expect her name to ever pop up in athletics again, right? After all the issues, the personal issues she faced, and the challenges with training to come back and win this athletic championship, to get first place, actually, to be the best in the world after Jackson Brown himself, of course. It's an amazing achievement. What do you make of this?
Yeah, bro. Shout out to the what do you call it, the motherland, or is it the fatherland? Anyway, shout out to our colonizers. Johnson Johnson Thompson is she's a really good athlete. I was watching some parts of the javelin part of it. She was doing well. I think she finished about third in that segment. The Dutch chick, she just threw everybody out of the stadium at that point, like Caicedo shot. Anyway, but she's
Oh, wow.
competitor. She's a really good competitor. I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. The resurrection of her career. She's back on top. I know you can't really shut up Piers Morgan about this now. Um, but something had to go well for England today. They freaking lost the bloody World Cup final. Imagine if I actually bet on that. Bloody hell. Best
I
goalkeeper in
almost got it. I
oh,
almost had it. I've actually predicted them to win. If for like a couple shows back, for those who remember, I was saying that I would two-peat and be called Jose Mourinho because I predicted Argentina to win. Obviously, they ended up doing so when I predicted the Lionesses to win. And oh my God, Spain, you're like the pain of my existence, bro. Like, can y'all just not exist? Just cease to exist? Football was coming home for
exactly.
90 minutes. For a weekend, England actually believed that a World Cup would touch its soil again. And y'all just had to be the pricks that ended it. Who
That's
thought?
just Spain's problem. Spain's problem. But
No,
yeah,
it's sad. Go on, Jackson.
no, I'm just saying happy for Johnson Thompson anyway. She brought some, sunshine on the rainy day in Britain.
Yep. And speaking of sunshine, thank you for sunshine. Thank you for rain. And moving on from that into the rest of the athletics, the only thing that we can think about is the joy and the pain to come. Of course, Jamaica has experienced a lot of pain recently, especially as it relates to the male athletics field. But what about the female? Maybe we'll get some joy. You know, Jackson, Elaine Thompson, sorry, Sharika Jackson, and Shelly-Ann Fraser Price. Do you think? I know that Shakari beat her in the heats, right? First and second, Shakari Richardson Jackson, right? But I don't think that was the full potential. I feel that this final is going to be the most encapsulating one in recent World Championship history. One that a lot of people will be watching, including myself. Jackson, do you think that Shakari has what it takes to dethrone the Queens of Spring from the little island, 18 degrees north, 77 degrees west? Do you think that this bald-headed, wig-wearing American can do it?
Bro. First thing, I think you got jet lag. That Shakari Sharika thing was a few weeks ago. She beat Natasha Morrison this morning.
Oh, sorry, my bad. My honest mistake.
But in a short answer, God no. I mean, I know she didn't run hard out. She didn't go full out sprint against Natasha, but she still had to chase her down. Now there's one thing that's there. Well, there are three things that are certain in life, right? Death, taxes, and not catching Shelly-Ann Fraser if you try to run it down. It's never gonna happen, right? You can't allow it to get the start. Secondly, Sharika is the fastest in the world. I don't care what anybody wants to say. That bitch is holding back for some reason. She's only going hard on her 200s because that's what she wants to get the record in. But she can go much faster than she already is. She's already ran 10.6 this year. And she's going to go closer to that. She's probably going to go as far as 10.5. I don't know. If she breaks the world record, then I endless drug test. But the women, they're going to be the sprints. Like, Sha'Carri, look, there's always a chance, right? There's always a chance. Remember that. No matter what, there's always a chance. Even though, like, people sometimes ask, what are the chances? Freaking, I don't know. Maidenhead Town beat Man City, and I'm like 50-50. They're like, why are you saying that? I'm like, they either do it or they don't. It's 50-50. There's always a chance. But no, this is not a fairy tale. This is not a fairy tale. I mean, look at Christian Coleman. He came onto the scene when Usain was retiring. He should have won the race. Gatlin beat him. Then he came back after a drug ban. He lost the curling. Then he came back, got the start today, finished 5th. Like, that's one of those fairy tales gone poorly. I mean, shout out to Lyles. He won it. Everybody, I mean, who thought he wasn't going to? I don't know what you were smoking. But shout out to him. Tabogo, who nearly beat him. I mean, this was the quietest Lyles has ever been after winning the race. Tell you that. He realized that a 20-year-old nearly beat him who was running under 20 championships last year. He knows he's regressing himself. But look, the pain in the men's side, because I want to go back to that anyway, will bring the joy in the female side. I told you previously that I was not confident about the men. But the women, I can pick, basically, if we get 10 medals, 9 of them are from the female side. I know that. But for that sprint, bro, I'm telling you. And the thing is, I'm gonna have to. It's tomorrow. I think it's about 3 something. It's 3 something local time. So, well, no, like it's 10 minutes to 3. So yeah, that's gonna be a huge issue. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Maybe not 1, 2, 3 because Natasha and Sasha Lee ain't really that star-studded. But yeah, I think we can do a Quinella. I think we can both run 10.7 and just end it.
That's respectable. That is very respectable, as you said. One thing though, I'd like to ask you: Do you actually believe that? We will get 9 or 10 medals? Because, as you know, Sarika won in 2 events. Maybe she'll get fatigued in one. Maybe she won't be able to pull out all the stops. Similarly to all the other events and stuff. Do you actually think that we will get 9 medals, especially considering that the belief is that we will not get any medals in the men's side? Because Seville was the only one that we realistically expected to medal, and that didn't work out.
Yeah, so I mean, if I do have the time, I'll just go through my medals straight off the top because I booked in the other room. So I have 2 for the 100 women, obviously. For the 200 women, I only have 1 because I don't think Shellyan is that strong over 2. She's never really been that strong. Her stamina has always been an issue. So that's 3 medals so far. 4x4 women, 4x1 women. Triple jump men, because for some reason Jaden Hibbert is a gift from God and is destroying his competition out there. So I have him for a medal. I have Hansel Parchment. As per usual, we have to be relying on Parchment again only because, Nathan Broadbell decided to go fully Hulk on that freaking hurdle when he was falling. So that's 7. I want to say the 400 women because I do see we can get a bronze there. I know Femke Ball is there. I think Delilah Mohammed, but Sydney McLaughlin isn't. So that's a free space. But I'm not going to try that. I say the sprint hurdles for women as well. Maybe it will be Megan. Maybe it will be Danielle back on top as she was in 2015. Who knows? I'm trying to think of the men's side. Michael and Dakers are in the finals, and we know Dakers has won the silver medal in the World Championships previously. The only person to stop him is Daniel Stahl, who's obviously there again. But I just don't think Dakers has been in that type of form. Triple jump women, Shanika Ricketts always does well there. I mean, apart from Rojas, she's the best in the world. And, that's 9. I haven't counted the men 4x1s because I don't think they're good enough. I haven't counted the men 4x4 because I know the selection panel has fucked up relays all the time. They've done it with the mixed relay by putting Demish Gay and Natalia Gula 800-meter runner on a 400 leg. They've constantly done that, so I don't trust them to set up good relays for the men's side when we're struggling over there. For a sneaky feeling, I think Antonio Watson gets a medal in the 400 finals. I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's a generational talent in regards to his athletic abilities. Um, Saying that, to win the 400, you are definitely looking at about 43.6, 43.7. So to get a medal, this nigga gonna have to go 43.9 or 44.0. And that's gonna be difficult for him. A sneaky feeling I think that's the 10th medal. But you see, I have 9 nailed on. 10, not so much.
That's fair. That is completely fair, and it's a good judgment overall because that was what I was thinking as well. He was probably the one who could more hope aside from Seville, aside from Parchment that we have, and it's going to be a competitive field, right? We know the Americans are brilliant runners as usual. That's one thing with the US. You can always credit them with having great athletes in almost every single sport that they have, especially considering that they have 300 million people at their disposal. The only sport that they're not good at really and truly is soccer. Sorry, I've been whitewashed. Football. The only thing that they're not good at is football, and it's just because it's just because football currently is not really practiced as much. Messi is giving it a nice name, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And do you think there'll ever be a day? You think there'll ever be a day when football will be added to the Athletic Championships, not just the Olympics now, but the World Athletic Championships themselves? Do you believe there will ever be a day when football as a sport will be ever added?
Nah, no chance, no chance. Like they don't even want to add swimming, and that's an Olympic sport. So I think they want to keep the lines clear between Olympics and World Championships. So I don't see them adding that. Baseball, nothing else. It's just purely running.
It's crazy they want to add baseball, but they haven't. They want to add skateboarding to the Olympics, but they don't want to put cricket or anything like that. Cricket or baseball.
Bro,
Crazy,
what
but
the hell are we doing cricket, man? We can't even beat freaking Scotland, Netherlands.
no. But guess what? We go as nations. We go as individual nations. We wouldn't go as the West Indies. We go as Jamaica. That would be different.
You think no. You think Becky are gonna be the one to save us, right? You really think Becky gonna save us? Just like
Yeah.
you really think Becky's gonna be the guy, Iman Mings?
Yeah, because but trust them. There are people that we all grew up with. They're good enough. The man literally made 250 odd runs already against Georges, so it's not bad. By the way, for those who out of context, we have friends from high school that currently do play for the West Indies, right? Daniel Beckford, the GOAT. We call him the GOAT.
Best since
We
Chris.
see. And to be fair with you, right? I've seen Beckford more than a couple times on campus because we go to the same university, and those bumped up, those ready for a fight. Those ready for a fight. And I fully believe, fully believe that if it comes to that, he will absolutely dominate anyone that comes close to him because he is the one, the only, the absolutely death-defying Daniel Beckford James. That's not his last name, actually. That's not his last name. Actually, to anybody wondering, that's actually not his last name. No, but in all seriousness, though, I'm glad they're drawing a line between what is considered sports. Well, not really sports, Olympic sports and world championship sports. Because think about it. Most of these fields that they're using for cricket, not cricket, for swimming, they have to be using other pitches from other sports like cricket, football, digging them up in order to convert them into swimming pools. It would just be very tedious and time consuming and a huge monetary lull for them to continuously be doing that every single world championships, So it makes sense. And moving on to the final topic of today. Um, the absolute final today. Where do you predict Jamaica finish in the overall medal tally? Typically, we've been top five. Some instances four. You know, of course, those were the days when Usain Bolt used to run two races and guarantee us two gold medals, right? The days when Johan Blake used to run and guarantee us two silver medals or at least a silver and a bronze, right? Those were the days when we had three women, Elaine, Sarika, and Shellyan, guaranteeing us, guaranteeing us, guaranteed one, two, threes in both events. What do you think now that the men have absolutely become worthless? What do you think will be your overall medal tally come the end? Not the medal tally, sorry. We've already answered that. What will you think? What do you think will be enough to secure top three? Right now, I believe Great Britain currently have five medals, and it's a gold, a bronze, and two silvers, I believe. I'll make sure to correct you on that if I am indeed wrong, but I believe that it is
That's not math.
what?
That's four
A
medals.
gold, a bronze, and two silvers. Oh shoot, sorry.
Uh,
Um,
you can have
yeah,
to check
four.
that, but I understand the sentiment on it.
What do you think will be the overall consensus come the end of the day? Do you think we'll make top five at the very least? Right now, fifth place is actually the Netherlands, surprisingly, with one medal and it's bronze. So, what do you
Yes.
make of this?
Yeah, look, it's always easy to make top five, because we will leave the World Championships with less medals than Ethiopia, but they're gonna have, with, but we're gonna be in a higher position. Um, World Championships grades the table based on the amount of gold medals. Basically, all we need is about four gold medals, and we're about third because we know America gonna have about 7,000 medals, even though there's only 27 events. Somehow they're gonna stat pad more. The stat pad more than freaking hell. Got rest over it. Um, it's difficult to think about. America gonna have a lot of medals. Kenya gonna have a lot of medals as they usually do. Um, Ethiopia, we mentioned them, but you have to look at Britain as well. Britain have some good athletes. I mean, Zonel Hughes got a medal today. The first I think Britain's gotten in the 100s, and the 4x1 team is excellent. If they can get that to click, they may have a chance against America. Canada looks good. Japan is fantastic. I mean, let's be honest, Japan have two Jamaicans on their relay team. They're gonna be really good. Um, but top five, it is a
Hey,
stretch because field events are what really kill us. I mean, if I say Sharika, Jaden, Hansel, I mean, those are just three, and their teams are getting many more. Top 10 would be easily achievable as long as we got those three. But
and you know what? It's crazy because how did two Jamaicans end up on Japan? Like this ain't Jamaican no ducky. For those who know, you know.
well, you see, some people's fathers decided to leave Jamaica and find mothers who decided the children would be in their homeland. And I'm just saying it from now. There's no way if Noah Lyles decides to have a child with General Brumfield, that kid's running for America. And I think he knows that would be the decision anyway. So yeah, it just happens like that. Man. Sonny Brown and those guys. But yeah, I think we'll finish between sixth and tenth. Man, I don't see top five is really difficult unless something sparks, unless somebody breaks their leg and the next best is a Jamaican and they're in form.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Obi among them, you can work on that. I'm joking. But thank you guys once more for tuning into another GZ Sports. It's been your boy Randy Savage, Jackson Bryan. For the GZ Sports, what would normally be the transfer roundup, but aptly renamed to the Slaughterhouse today. And the slaughtering today occurred to be Shakari's lack of fear. But moving on from that, thank you so much for watching, guys. We always appreciate it. We sorry if it sounds like I have a little echo. That's because there is a little echo. I don't know. That was self-explanatory for me. I'm sorry for the lack of video. There is no video. That could be self-explanatory. Um, but
Uh,
yes, we're always grateful. We're always itching for a conversation. We're always there. You can follow us at GZ underscore sports on Twitter. You can also get us at or at Randy underscore Sting on Twitter, and Jackson underscore Brian Williams, is it? Jackson Brian Williams?
yeah.
Yeah, on Twitter. You can always talk to us. You can always shoot your opinions our way. We're always down to talk. We're always down to mingle. We're always down to hear your opinions and your feedback. We're looking forward to it. Jackson, is there anything you'd like to say before
Well, well, there's maybe just one small thing. So deadline day is coming up, and I was planning to, or we are planning to actually have a show. Not to know if ever if we'll be on like straight. I don't know how long we're gonna do this. Probably for I don't know if I can do 6 hours, like, because that would start at 12 for us,
Yes.
and goes all the way back to 6 p.m. That's when the window closes. That's when it closes in Britain. 7 is when it closes in Spain. And we have to go another hour for some other countries. I'm thinking about start doing that deadline day show, not for more than 5 hours maximum in front of the screen. We got to protect our eyes. Someone you see, I'm not really looking in the camera. Um, so yeah, Sav will be here. I don't know if Sav will be here for the whole day. We're gonna have other guests to talk to. Because United is here. We know some City people. We know some
Yep.
Arsenal.
Yep.
We know
Yep.
some Chelsea people. We're gonna have them all on. We're gonna discuss the clubs about it as well, and some La Liga teams. Maybe we speak to some players about the involvement of a proper system or export system. But yeah,
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and just so you guys know, in Jackson, I've actually got myself a guest lined up, wanting to see if he can join next week. Is that possible?
listen, bro, you can talk to me about that after the show.
You'd be interested because this person actually once represented Jamaica College and Campion College in the shot put event at the national championship here in Jamaica. Coincidentally, this person is now related to me. Thank you, guys.
Ah, boy. So, see you guys next week. Thanks again for watching. Uh, Again, stay safe and vamos.
Check out the station, feel like a sports education. Now the best news I come from Easy Sports, you should be on from